Good morning, good evening, and good day. Today we are getting to one of my favorite divisions in our Let's Play series with the 78th Sturm. If you enjoy this content, please hit that like button and subscribe for more Steel Division 2 content. Let's dive right in. So here we are doing a balanced version of 78th Sturm. I definitely think that is the best income for this deck. It can be played, I think it's a more defensive deck in terms of the way it's built and the units provided to you. And that doesn't mean you can't play it aggressively, and you should play every deck somewhat aggressively. You should never just sit back completely. You would definitely lose doing that, but this one definitely can really hold its own in a defensive situation. So let's hop into what makes this deck great, and that is the infantry tab. Now, this deck gets some very unique infantry that do not appear in any other division, and specifically that is their line infantry, the Schützen, which are like super Panzer Grenadiers. They really are. They're like mega Panzer Grenadiers. You get that double MG42. They get 2 MP40s. They get 9 rifles, and they get an anti-tank grenade. I mean, it's the whole package. And you get like normal availability of the 9, 15, 27 if you go all the way across. Actually, B's a little low. They give you 15 instead of 18, which is kind of weird, but it is what it is. So, little bit loss in B, but other than that, you get 27 and you get 9 A and C, which are normal. These guys are absolutely fantastic. If you can vet these up, they will melt basically any squad whatsoever. The only ones that even match up close are Fallschirmjägers, but these guys, and they're beefy. You know, you get those 13 guys. Their other really unique unit here is the Sturmschützen, which is a massive MP44 squad with a Panzerfaust. These are pretty deadly in yellow cover and in towns when you're tight. You know, they aren't going to beat out an SMG squad for the most part, but they definitely, like, if they get the first blast on SMG trying to, like, cross the yellow forest, something, these guys will melt them. So, definitely very effective. Not the best close-range unit ever, but very effective nonetheless. Then you get Begleiter Grenadiers, which are really strong closer-range units as well. They get the G43s and also a whole bunch of MP44s. This division used to be literally unbeatable because MP44s were super, super powerful, and now they're not as powerful, which is kind of sad, but still love this division. And then we've got some Pioneers, Schützenführers, and then I don't usually take 2 C cards, but I did this time. And I still do vet my Sturmschützen, even in Phase C. I guess I could just not. You know what? Let's not. Let's just bring all the men, all the troops, so we have lots of infantry. We want to last long. If you're watching the channel, you know I just played like a, oh my god, it was like an hour and a half game on the 26th Panzer. It was kind of painful. Really annoying. Recon. This division definitely suffers from a lack of interesting recon. T-26s are stupidly good for reasons I don't fully understand. It's not worth going to one vet in my opinion because you lose half of them and you don't have that much recon to start. So these guys can actually be like weirdly good. They have over 50% accuracy. They penetrate a lot of armor actually for this size for a 20-point unit, and they fire relatively fast. I mean, this thing overperforms. Use it. And then a squad of Aufklärers, and I'm actually bringing them in the MG42 Cubal because it sticks around and you get the extra like recon unit. I don't usually do this, but this division is so lacking in recon that I'm actually doing it here. This thing will often die a lot, but for 5 points in this case it's worth getting the little bit of extra recon that you can kind of spread around, because this division does suffer from a lack of eyeballs. Then Stugs, all the Stugs, Stug. I'm using the leader to kind of like fill in B here. Double vet in A. Could do single, but it's a one more guy, and might as well make them really like function. And then I am doing a 1 vet card in C. Usually you don't vet them at all, you know, for C, but here I am. I want them to function well. Support, pretty normal support tab. It's not really lacking anything. It's just nothing special about it. You got your Flamers, your MG42, your IG33s. Commandant, you really want to be able to pump your infantry up to like 3 stars, and they can be really, really deadly that way. Then their AT tab is pretty fantastic. It's probably the biggest one in the game, or close to it. Lots of Pack 40s. You can get Panzerschrecks and Panzervernichtungen. I decided just to go with Panzerschrecks and B. A lot of their infantry have AT on them, so like it's dangerous for the opponent to get close to this division anyway. So you're not going to have a ton of people getting really aggressive with their tanks in forest and stuff, so these aren't as important, but I still like to have a nice card of them. And then I am taking 1 card of the Nashorns. These are very divisive. Some people are like, these are absolute trash. Some people love these things. I mean, they're fine. if you especially if you're playing like an allied division, this thing can sit at the 2,000 meter range and really provide a problem for them to deal with. It can be really obnoxious. It kills everything, of course. You know, and if you have really big tanks you got to kill, this will obviously do the job. So it's nice to have a card. I would not go nuts. You get 2 more, but I do not go crazy with these things. They are not that good, but they're a nice like thing to have in case, especially when you're doing quick play and stuff. A tab is fantastic. You get 37 mils and 88s. That's all you need in the world. I'm taking them unvetted because, again, I'm planning to play long, and I'm going to need my AA around for a long time. Artillery tab, very solid artillery tab. Nothing like spectacular about it, but very solid. I could take the off-map. The off-map's very good. It's 210 millimeter. It's dangerous. I personally loathe off-map with all my heart, so I don't take it. I should, I know, but I don't. I just don't like it. I hate it. I just don't like it, so I don't take it. I got 81 millimeter more. Actually, Neville Warford's 150, very strong. 2 of these will kill basically anything. Two of these firing a barrage at a single thing will kill any support weapon at all. So they're actually really effective. They have 7,000 meter range, which is actually quite good. If your opponent's a little aggressive with their artillery, like placing it pretty far forward, and you keep these guys pretty close to the front, you can actually kill some of their artillery with it. So really, really good. And then, of course, some 150s to pull the long game. Finally, air. This tab is definitely lacking in this tab in a general sense. They only have fighters and a couple bombers. So I'm bringing just 1 card of fighters here because of my strong AA tab. So I'm bringing 1 card of fighters. I'm going to have to use them wisely. And then 1 card of these JU-180-81s. They have 2 1,000 kilogram bombs. It's basically like a delete button for infantry and support weapons and even some tanks. So that's the makeup of the deck. Can be built differently, of course. I've had it built differently. I've played it with no recon, which probably isn't very smart. I've actually gotten rid of a whole bunch of stuff. I was playing Panzervernichtungen, but I took them out to fit some more Aufklärs. I definitely felt like I was missing eyeballs a lot, you know, recon-wise. And you can definitely like feel that the Sturmschützen are not good enough at close range and replace them with Pioneers or Sturm Pioneers instead. Begleit Pioneers are fantastic, but you only get 3, so I've always found that their lack of availability really hurts these guys in a general sense. And at this point with the nerfed MP44s, they're not as strong. They're still really good, but they're not as strong as they used to be. They're not like the auto delete unit. These used to easily kill 3 or 4 enemy infantry before dying. They don't do that as efficiently anymore these days. So looking to go long, and I'm sure a game will. We're gonna hop into a game with these guys. If you enjoyed this content, please hit that subscribe button and like button, and have a fantastic day.